Okay guys, so today I have a really cool trick to show you guys, and this is the performance for it right now. So over here I have a deck of red monarchs, and all the cards are completely different and shuffled up just like this. So I'm going to go ahead and make a quick prediction before we start. So I'm just going to look through the cards here, and let's see. Okay, I'm going to go with this card right over here, just like this. We're going to set it aside. And now I would ask the spectator to go ahead and name any card in the entire deck. Now, since I don't have a spectator, we're going to be using this red deck over here to just to generate a random card. So let's see. In this case, the spectator would have been thinking of the 4 of diamonds, alright? So that was just a random choice, and the 4 of diamonds is the spectator's choice. Now, they could have thought of any card out of the 53 cards in the deck, but they thought of the 4 of diamonds. Now, you'll notice that I just said out of the 53 cards in the deck. Now, obviously, this is incorrect because there are usually 52 cards in the deck, but not if you count the 1 extra card being the Joker. Now, most people don't choose the Joker when I ask them to name a card, and that's very common. And you could have named the Joker. That would have been a fair choice, but you named the 4 of diamonds. And as you can see, I placed 1 card here on the table the entire time, and it was the 4 of diamonds. That is the trick, guys, and now for the tutorial. Okay guys, so here's the tutorial for the trick you just saw. Now, this trick is actually extremely simple. It has a very strong outcome, a very strong effect, and a very strong reaction from the spectators when they react to it. I've done this trick many times, and the spectators always freak out. I'm serious. I'm not lying. I'm not just saying, oh, this is the best trick ever. This is actually one of my favorite card tricks because of its simplicity and its effectiveness. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into the tutorial, and I'm going to show you guys how to perform this very easy yet very powerful trick. You're going to need 2 jokers that are identical. That's one thing you're going to need, and then you're going to need a deck of 52 cards, and you're going to need to have every single card in the deck because you're going to ask the spectator to name any card, and if you are missing cards, there is a chance that they might name one of the cards that you're missing, and then you won't be able to perform this trick. So just make sure you have a deck with all the cards in it, and then you're going to need a deck with 2 identical jokers. Now, the Red Monarchs deck comes with 2 identical jokers, and you can get this deck off of Theory 11, off of Amazon, wherever you want, but this is a very high quality deck, and it does come with 2 identical jokers, which is what you're going to need for the trick. So once you have these things, you're pretty much all ready to go. So let's get into the setup. One of the jokers is going to be placed right on top of the deck, and the other joker is going to be placed in the middle of the deck. All you have to do is keep the 1 joker on top. The other joker can be lost in the middle of the deck. As you can see, the joker is somewhere in here. As you can see, the joker is somewhere in here. There, it's right there in the middle of the deck, but it doesn't really matter because the deck can be completely shuffled. You just want to keep the 1 joker on top. To start off the trick, you take the cards out of the box, show them off, show that the cards are different, and now you're ready to go. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold the cards to yourself, and you're not going to let the spectator see what you're doing. And this is the exposed view. This is what you're doing. You're going to say you're going to be making a prediction, and this is going to be your prediction. You're going to go in the deck, and you're going to be looking for the joker that is in the middle. This is going to be the card that you place on the table for the beginning of the trick, alright? So you're going to place down the joker right here, and you're just going to set it off to the side. So now you're going to have the spectator name any card in the entire deck. Now, I didn't have a spectator in the performance, so I just used a deck of cards to generate a random card, but in the actual performance, you would ask the spectator to name any card. So let's say they name the 5 of spades, for example, and you say, okay, perfect. So out of the 53 cards in the deck, you could have named any card. So make sure you say 53 cards in the deck because that's very crucial to this next part of the trick. All you're going to be doing now is also looking through the deck to yourself, and you're going to look like you're just pulling out the joker and then flipping it over on top. But what you're doing is you're actually going to be pulling out the card that they just named. So they just named the 5 of spades, so this is the exposed view. You're going to be looking through the cards to yourself, but this is the exposed view. You're going to look through the cards, and you're going to look for the card they just named, the 5 of spades, and you're going to take it out, place it on the top, and then tilt the deck down towards yourself. You don't want to do it the opposite direction, obviously. So flip it down towards yourself, and now this is the one of the sleight of hand moves you have to do in this trick is called double lift. Now, most people should know how to do this move already, but if you do not know how to perform a double lift, this is what you're doing. So you have their card, and you just place it on top. Now, the next card is going to be the joker. So right as you place it on top, you're going to push off the card with your pinky and get a pinky break. Now, What I did in the performance instead was I actually riffled up from the back to get a break from the Joker. That's one method of getting a double lift. There is also another one called a Pinkie Count, which is almost invisible because all you're doing is counting the cards with your pinky, but that is kind of an advanced move to do. So what you guys can do is once you take out the card, you can push off the card just like this, catch a pinky break, set the card on top and say, now you could have named any card out of the 53 cards in the deck. Now you'll notice I just said 53 because you could include that one extra card, the Joker, and you're going to flip over 2 cards as one. You can talk and say, most people don't name the Joker, but you could have named the Joker. It would have been a fair choice. And you're going to flip over the double again, just like this. You're going to flip over the double, take the top card, and now you're going to point to this card and bring attention to this card. Now what you're going to be doing is switching out this card for this card, and it's a move called the Mexican turnover. So you're going to grab the card on the table with your index and middle finger right here on the top left corner, just like this. The card here is going to be brought underneath the card on the table, just underneath the bottom right corner, and you're going to be squaring it fully with the card. Then what you're going to be doing is flipping over your hand right as you're about to square it up. You're going to flip over your hand, and you're going to continue pushing the card forward with your fingers here. Push it forward, and then your thumb is going to be pulling the top card back, just like this. Boom. That's what's going to be happening as you flip your hand over. So you're going to go like this, flip your hand over, and you're going to be pushing the card just like this as you set down the card just like this, and it will look like that the card on the table the entire time was the 5 of spades, but it was actually the Joker. You just switched it out. So one more time, it looks something like this in slow motion, just like this. At full speed, it should be just kind of quick, and it should be on the offbeat, just like this, and it should look very, very natural. All right, so let's go through the trick one last time so that we get it. So we have a Joker here on the top, and we also have a Joker somewhere in the middle, just like this. So you can give the deck a shuffle. Just be sure to keep the top Joker on top, just like this. You're going to say you're going to make a prediction, so this is the exposed view. You're going to spread through the cards to yourself, but what you're doing is you're just going to be looking for the Joker in the middle, and you're going to set that card down on the table. Now you're going to have the spectator name any card that they want. So let's say, for this one, let's say they name the 10 of hearts. So let's say they name the 10 of hearts, and you're going to say, out of the 53 cards in the deck, you could have named any card, but you named the 10 of hearts. Now what you're going to be doing is you're going to spread through the deck, and you're going to look for the 10 of hearts. You're going to pull it out, place it on top, and flip over the deck just like this. Now what you're going to do is you're going to get a double lift ready, and you're going to flip over the Joker. Now it's going to look like the card that you just looked for was the Joker, because now you just placed it on top, and you're going to be flipping over the top card. It's actually 2 cards flipped over, and you're going to say, you could have named the Joker if you wanted to. Most people don't name the Joker, but it would have been a fair choice. Flip the double back over, take the top card, which is actually their selection. You're going to say, but you named the 10 of hearts, and I placed 1 card here on the table before you even said anything. And now you're going to proceed to do the Mexican turnover. Go under, scoop, flip your hand over, slide, drop, just like this. And the trick is completely done. You still have this Joker here on top, but what you can do is you can just palm off the card if you would like, and then give the deck to be examined to the spectator, just like this. But it really doesn't have to be examined, because you can just move on to the next trick right after if you would like. So that's basically the trick, guys. I really hope you guys like this cool effect, and see you guys for my next video. Bye.